This is for every time I've stepped onto a stage, sweating, shaking, blinded by the lights above. This is for every time I've mistaken eye contact with strangers and across the room smiles for the idea that the world loved me at last. This is for the first poetry night I went to alone, knowing I would have at least one friend there. For the way you know you have poetry friends, the moment you realize you have people to get drunk with until sunrise, comparing all the worst gigs you've ever done, and then you'll end up kissing one of them, and then your bra will disappear under a bed that you'll lie in for 6 hours, thinking that have you thought that 4 months of hands brushing against shoulders in crowded bars could have meant more than this will only happen once, right? Then that lousy open mic at midnight with the 5 people in the audience, you thinking if they liked you enough to book you, you might have gotten to do more than a 7-minute set. Tell yourself you just need the stage time. The way I tell myself how every good performer can always use the stage time. Every gig where I find myself between lips afterwards, mistaking them for appreciation of my rhyme schemes, them mistaking the smell of endorphins rising from my skin for pheromones. We all know it was mostly leftover adrenaline. The way those sentences I string together to kill time between poems are as improvised as a decision to fit your earlobe between my teeth, thinking, it made one person smile before, yeah, it's gotta work again. The way I sometimes imagine a flashing neon wind in flashing neon lights above my head for every new hand between my legs and for that smile I know that I'll get from that one line in that 2-minute crowd-pleasing poem that gets an audience on my side every single time. It's 10% charm, 10% timing, 80% eye contact, but mostly it's getting over all the trembling. It's about the way every time I hear my name through a microphone and every time I plant my feet onto a stage, I still feel the blood rush to the back of my head as if to trigger a voice deep inside that says, you really shouldn't do that. And that moment in the middle of that second poem and that gig, 10 minutes after midnight with the 5 people in the audience, 4 of them on their 7th pint, when you realize that you don't need to win over an entire room, just that one person at the back who has truly never felt like this before. Because sometimes I fucking love that poem can really mean just that. Because there never was and there never will be a flashing neon wind. Just some sweat and some stage lights, a voice and hands clapping. If you're lucky, a smile. But always, always the adrenaline. Thank you. Yeah, for sure.
This is the awkward part of the show.